What's up, people? Just got to connect Facebook real quick. Hang tight. Zach should be here any moment. Um, but boy, oh boy, what is this, guys? What are we seeing tonight? Oh, geez, I got to tell you, this is not what I expected. I figured the Broncos would kind of wake up from some of their early game woes, but at the half, thank God, it's at least tied 7-7. But this is arguably, in my opinion, like this is worse than the Jets game. This is worse than the Tennessee game. Like, this is the worst I've seen this team look. And that's this season. And that's with the defense mostly doing a good job. I mean, they gave up one drive, but the punter, have you ever seen a punter shank it 3 times in a game, let alone in a half? I mean, what is going on, guys? Zach, what's up, bro? What a weird game.
What a stupid game, Chad. If we're being quite honest, the Broncos should be winning this. The defense is doing their part once again, carrying their weight. And what is the offense doing? Squandering chance after chance, throwing arm punts out there, bad personnel, questionable play calling, poor execution. This was not what I anticipated in the first half tonight.
Not at all. People, it's great to see so many of our dear members in the house. Pearl, Todd, Mike, we got to keep it pithy. Why does Bidet get to play? It's a good question. It's a good question. Richard, I wish we had the answer for you, buddy. Richard Anderson with a super chat, a dear member. Thank you, pal. Saying, I'm confident for the gut reaction, guys, and please call me Rick. Okay, I'll try and remember that, buddy. Pretty good at that. But, Zach, do you still feel confidence in this game shaking out in the Broncos' favor when it's all said and done?
Well, I tweeted after like the first drive, I said, it's okay. It's not the fourth quarter yet. And that's exactly how the Broncos play. I wasn't even joking. They don't step it up until the fourth quarter. And they can try to live and die by that sword. They can come back today against the Raiders, Chad. They can win this game for sure. But they are not going to have continued success against better teams next week against the Chiefs if they continue playing this way. I am very discouraged by what I've seen on offense through 2 quarters tonight.
Very discouraged. It's kind of, I'm sorry, but against a 2-win team this deep in the season, and again, it's not a 2-win team with a great defense. You know, kind of like the Texans last week. They're a sub 500 team, but they got a great defense. That's not what the Raiders are, and yet the offensive ineptitude persists. Like the Broncos, thank goodness, Zach, they get 10 days off after this game. Let's hope they can win it because you don't want to count anything, any of your chicks till they've hatched. Then they got to take on the Chiefs. Then they get a couple weeks off for the bye. But nevertheless, there's something to this now, Zach. We can't ignore it anymore. We can't glaze over it because of the fourth quarter and the second half comebacks. Like Sean Payton's got to answer. Bo Nix has to answer for why it's not working. Like you got to get this. You got to figure this out, dude.
It's not just a team either. This is your divisional rival. You're at home. It's Thursday night football, prime time with the country watching, and that's how you come out, Chad, after looking like how you looked against Houston. That's 2 bad games in a row. Usually we get the good version of the Broncos after a poor performance, but not tonight. Penalties, again, poor execution. I don't think Bo Nix is playing all that well, and I'm the biggest Bo Nix guy in the world. I hope we're on the gut reaction celebrating a win, but I will not be surprised if we're talking about a brutal loss that the Broncos have no business taking part in.
By the way, update on Karine Reed is questionable. I'm not sure what his injury is, but that just updated on the box score. But really quick, Zach, the one good thing you can say about the game so far is the sack. The sack monsters are out in force. You got Nick Bonito with 1.5. He's a half sack away from his second straight double-digit sack season. Talanoa Hufanga's got one. Let's see, Zach Allen's got one.
Beast.
And Wazarike, 1.5. 1 or 1.5? 1, because he split the other one as well. And then Malcolm Roach, Zach. So at least that has held true.
This is like any Broncos game, Chad, pre-2024, where the defense steps it up all game and does their part, and the offense does not want to contribute. I feel bad for the defense so far in this game.
George Fox on Facebook, we look like we can't stop anything. We need to wake up the whole team. Amen. Thank you, buddy. Colin, good to see you, pal. Dear member and a superstar, saying 2017 Giants game all over again so far. Man, I still, Zach, have some brutal trauma from that Giants game. I remember it very well.
We're at the Giants winless coming into that game, and it was a primetime game at home the Broncos had and ended up losing. It's a good shout, Cullen. Hopefully the end result is different tonight.
Chad Beach, man, what's going on with this team? Hard to watch. I know, buddy. David Youngkin, a dear member and a superstar, saying you can tell they didn't practice, which is true. Every single practice this week was a walkthrough because it's a short week, and that's an approach that Sean Payton, again, we can sit and critique it, but these are one of the tactics the Broncos have utilized under his regime, Zach, that at least contributes to keeping the team as healthy as it has.
I personally hate Thursday night games for this reason. I don't think players have enough time to recuperate. I don't think coaches have enough time to game plan, but that's neither here nor there. There is no excuse for the Broncos to come out looking this poor on offense tonight. Zero.
I've always wondered why Thursdays, like if the NFL was going, we want to build one more game into the season. We don't want it on Monday. We don't want it on Sunday. Why Thursday? I've always wondered why Thursday. Like, I guess not Friday because you don't want to compete with college, and Saturday you don't want to compete with college. So I answered my own question. See Dickens in the hizzy. What's up, buddy? Become a member. We need you on YouTube, brother. So Singleton should pay his contract to us for this nonsense every week. Would be awesome if we traded for a receiver who can get open like Waddle. Yeah, but can you trust Bo Nix to hit him? I mean, right now, look, I'm not trying to dunk on him. I'm not telling you I've lost faith in Bo Nix or anything. What I'm telling you is he's in some kind of a weird slump. And thank God, Zach, the wins keep stacking up. But if this persists, you go against quality teams, you will pay the piper.
They can't continue taking games so ugly into the fourth quarter. We talked about that all week. You have to see a complete game from them at some point or another. And if they can't even put it together against the Raiders at home on a short week, you wonder how they're going to look next week against the Chiefs. And that's also really quickly why we made the case on Kelberman's corner for the Broncos to trade for a wide receiver. It's also why we made the case against it for the reason you just said, Chad, whether they can't scheme a receiver open or they can't just get him the football. That's why it would probably be a waste if they made a play for Jalen Waddle, unfortunately.
Zachary Hintz, buddy, thank you, says the Broncos going back to last year. We can't hardly do anything against Geno. Yes, we're sacking him, but still giving up yardage. I'm telling you, like, I'm not trying to glaze Geno Smith. Far be it. That's not what I'm saying. But as you guys have heard me say before, he's got a pretty good track record against the Broncos. Now, this is his first go at the Broncos as a Raider, Zach. And so far, okay. If you're Geno Smith and the Raiders, you're like, all right, we're hanging with them. Like, it's also a little bit like you're whistling past the graveyard because you know that if you allow the game to stay close, eventually the Broncos wake up and then, it's over. But Geno Smith is for whatever reason, some teams have that with certain players. They shine against. Geno Smith has that with the Broncos.
You can tell the Raiders' game plan was quick hitters, get the ball out of his hands fast and not allow him to stand in the pocket and absorb the Broncos' pass rush. The Broncos left running backs and tight ends open in the flat way too much in the first half, but the times that Geno had to hold the ball, they sacked him. That's the game plan for the second half of the Broncos' defense.
From down under, we got Glenn Ashley watching with his son saying, good afternoon, Priest, because remember, he's in the future. And Broncos country, short week, Raiders defense was good early. Time to put him away now. Watching live with my son. He's loving it. Hashtag state of being MHH for life. That's awesome, dude. Give him a shout out for us or from us. Boot Boy Chaos Josh in the house. He says, I know we're going to win, but come on already. I know for a fact we can do better than this. There's no reason why we should be struggling. Let's Bo. Yeah, Bo's got Zach a fair amount of the blame to shoulder, but at the same time, like, the field position has been ridiculously in the Raiders' favor tonight because not one, not two, 3 shanked punts. Like, you can call it a case of the yips, but like, I saw this dude punt in person at the Senior Bowl. He was phenomenal, but you can't always, Zach, get inside a player's mind and see what's going on between the ears. Something's going on with that dude.
It's a multiple culprit factor game again, Chad, like we always talk about every single week. On offense, Bo Nix is not playing well, not making good decisions. He looks like very antsy or jittery in the pocket, not very confident. But how about when they complete a pass? Did you guys see Sherfield get blown up on the block where he allowed, I think it was Franklin, to be tackled? The execution is also an issue. The play calling is an issue. The quarterbacking is an issue. Special teams is an issue. The only positive tonight so far has been the defense.
They need to put Pat Bryant in the number 2 spot, and not just because of receiving, but like, dude, a good example of heart and want to on that pick. Troy Franklin kind of half-heartedly tries to tackle. Pat Bryant comes flying down and just gets the dude down. You know what I'm saying? Like that heart, that want to, that grit, that grind. He's got it. Troy doesn't. Troy Franklin, really inconsistent. Then again, so has been Bo Nix. Shout out Jackson. Yeah, what's up, dude? Awesome. Really cool, buddy. We're about out of time. They're about to get rolling again. I already got Josh. Thank you, Josh. And dude, so awesome that you're a member, by the way. Chris Bell's a member too, saying we need to figure out how to keep these drops from happening over and over again. Constantly. It is a thing. I mean, we're seeing it from running backs. We're seeing it from Evan Ingram. We're seeing it. Savage Boy Kev, I saw your comment about Ingram. We're seeing it from a lot of guys. It's a theme. Theme, Zach, penalties, drops on offense, lackluster first and second quarters. Well, I mean, these are the negative themes I'm saying. They got to figure it out.
Another thing is Bo Nix has to put the ball in a better place. The one issue that I saw was it to Dobbins that he threw it into the flat. It was so inaccurate. Dobbins had to do like gymnastics just to catch it. Bo is still inaccurate on the passes that should be layups, and that cannot happen for a second-year quarterback.
Well, and just seeing the field, it's like, hey, dude, on that pick, why did he not run it? He had wide open, it's like, come on, dude. Gather yourself a little bit. Where's your poison? Where's your presence of mind? All right, we got some awesome super chats coming in. Lady D from the top rope.
Thank you, Deanna.
Appreciate you so much. She says, hey, guys, Bo looked nervous before the game. I agree. Overall, looks horrible. I also saw him take a pill. It's probably an aspirin or ibuprofen or something on the sideline. But when the TV panned over, he's like, I don't know. It's probably all it was. We need to win this, she says. Step up, Broncos. Like, share, and subscribe. There's a good message. Thank you, Lady D. She says, we're in this game. Go Broncos. MHH for life, Zach.
Yeah, thank you so much, Deanna. You're right, as always. They do look horrible, but it's still a very winnable game. And if the Broncos can just pull their heads from their you-know-what, I think they can win going away here in the second half. Thank you so much again.
And if you stay up late, we'll be here for the gut reaction too, Lady D. But if we don't see you later, thank you so much. You are awesome. We love you. Michael Williams has been a member officially for a month. Thank you, buddy. Says, hi, Chad. The Denver Broncos need to play better. That they do, Michael. That they do. The coolest name in our community, the coolest name in all of Broncos country. Jamal Killings jumping in, a dear member, saying the Broncos offense needs to get it together. Today's my 41st birthday.
Happy birthday, Jamal.
Happy birthday, big dog. It's your birthday. Shout hooray. Heck yeah. Happy for you. And thank you for the super chat on your birthday, brother. Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate you, big dog.
Hopefully the Broncos can give you quite the present in the second half and pull out this dub. Thank you, Jamal.
I think they will. Let's just stay patient and Bo leaves. Sebastian, if Bo is in a slump, do they start to look for a QB in the draft? No. Just in case he makes me upset every game. No, it's just the growing pains, guys. Like, that's the thing is, again, Sean Payton kind of likes to present things as if this whole team is a finished product, but especially his quarterback. And guys, he's not. He's still developing. I don't have any doubts about him being the franchise guy in the future, but Zach, they're not looking for a QB next year.
No, and I know it's an emotional game, Sebastian, but we can't be that reactionary about Bo Nix. Let's see how the fourth quarter plays out before we make these judgments.
Zachary, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you wanting to check in one last time. Let's hope the offense picks it up. Nathan Babb as well. Thank you for the stars, big dog. I'm just taking another peek. I don't think we missed anyone on stars on Facebook, but yeah, guys, things are about to get going. Broncos get the ball. Zach, I still feel confident in my pick that this is a win. My score is probably going to end up being wildly off, but I still feel confident in my pick. Last word for you.
I do too. The Broncos can win this game going away, but they're going to have to completely change what they're doing on offense, as usual, every single week.
Feels like more like growing pains. Get it? I like that, Maurice. You made me chuckle. Maurice, become a member, dude. We need you. All right, guys. The kick is off. Here we go. Zach and I will be here for the gut reaction at the final gun. So we hope to see each and every one of you there. Go Broncos.